And now, Life Skills with Dr. Ralph Henson from Life Baptist Church in Meridian.
What would happen if the government told you not to practice your faith? Well, that's exactly what happened to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in Babylon over 2,500 years ago. The king made everyone bow to a statue, and these three refused. Listen to their words in Daniel 3. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego replied to the king, "O Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you in this matter. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to save us from it, and He will rescue us from your hand, O king. But even if He does not, we want you to know, O king, that we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold you've set up." They knew God was in charge, but they were not compromising no matter what. We must make decisions about compromise and morals before we get into some sort of situation where we're not sure. Then in Daniel 3:19, then Nebuchadnezzar was furious with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and his attitude towards them changed. He ordered the furnace heated 7 times hotter than usual and commanded some of the strongest soldiers in his army to tie up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and throw them into the blazing furnace. So these men, wearing their robes, trousers, turbans, and other clothes, were bound and thrown into the blazing furnace. The king's command was so urgent and the furnace was so hot that the flames of the fire killed the soldiers who took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these 3 men, firmly tied, fell into the blazing furnace. Man, that's hot. Can you believe it? Then King Nebuchadnezzar leaped to his feet in amazement and asked his advisors, "Weren't there 3 men we tied up?" And they said, "Certainly, O king." He said, "Look, I see 4 men walking around unbound and unharmed, and the 4th looks like a son of God." Nebuchadnezzar then approached the opening of the blaze and shouted, "Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out, come here." Fire was so hot, it killed the soldiers, but God protected those 3 people. Nebuchadnezzar was wrong when he said it looks like a son of God. It was the Son of God. Now, when you go through the fire, you're not alone. When they went through the fire, their bonds burned away. Sometimes God lets us go through fires to remove the shackles that keep us from enjoying life. You may not be called by the government, although that could happen, but you and I will go through the fire. How will you respond? With whom you decide. The choice you make will determine how you live. So choose wisely, but remember, you are not alone. Jesus is with you no matter what happens.